Let's have a look at it all. This is the big story. Tomorrow's presidential inauguration at Loftus Stadium. Keep this in mind. Road closures, lockdown around the stadium from 3 o'clock this afternoon, just in time for you to drive home from a day of work in Pretoria through that enormous lockdown. Routes like Park to the north, Linwood Road, extensive closures from Hatfield, Hillcrest, coming into the stadium, University Road, Jorrison, and lots of local routes. What it'll do is force a lot of traffic down onto Justice Mohammed through Brooklyn, and also force extra traffic on routes like Stanseville, Puppy and Francis Bard on the outbound sides further up through Arcadia. So that from 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then you've also at the same time got closures going in along the Soutpansberg Road corridor around the Rittendale Sports Ground. Rittendale Sports Ground being used for park and ride operations to get the guests and the dignitaries down in towards Loftus. So you'll have closures around Loftus, University, Arcadia at the same time as closures around Rittendale. It's going to be a very interesting afternoon trying to get out of Pretoria through those closures today. And just a note, if you live in those lockdown areas and you haven't got your resident permit, you've got until 12 o'clock lunchtime today to get that sorted out with the City of Trinity, so make sure you're doing that. All right, other issues, big crash coming into Pretoria this morning on the mighty Mabopani Highway. There's been this crash down by Bremer Street. You can see the queue there, big 30-minute queue to get through from Theo Martins. A lot of tweets coming in saying just how heavy that traffic is this morning. If you're leaving Shoshanguve, it's an issue. Trains as well across Gauteng. This is really big. Cable theft last night at Fountains. There are no trains leaving Pretoria for Joburg at this stage. So not only will that affect you coming out of Pretoria, but it'll also have a ripple-on effect at Irene and Tembisa and Culfontaine and Germiston. And then if you're going from Joburg to Pretoria on the Metro Rail service, that train will stop at Centurion. You can see the last line there. There's no buses available, no replacement bus service. So look at alternative transport modes if you use Metro Rail between Pretoria and Joburg this morning. And just a note from KZN, the South Coast, we've had 3 days of closures of the N2 between Murchison and Port Shepstone. The road has finally been cleared. It was open last night. Get this, the protesters in that area have decided to suspend their protest until next Tuesday. So the road is open now. Hopefully it will stay open during the weekend, but what happens next week is yet to be seen. All right, we'll leave it there. Let's get a weather update as we head through Friday into the weekend. Good morning, Aswi.